Hello everyone, my name is Julienne. I'm a student at College for America in healthcare management with global perspectives. So this video is about a project called Government and You in the goal called Contribute to the Society. So the main purpose of this video is to clear or remove the misconception of that people have about the Constitution of the government of United States. So in this video, it's very important that people, and it's their rights for citizens to know how the Constitution works and operates. So at this time, I'll be clearing all the misconceptions, and we are going to see I've interviewed two people, Clementine and Charles. They have many misconceptions about the government of the United States. This is because like how bills becomes the law, they don't know anything about that, and the branches of the government, they know the branches of the government, but they don't really know their roles. So in this video, we'll be clearing all those misconceptions to make sure that everyone understand the Constitution of the United States government. So next, I'm going to be showing you the interview that I had on the street with Clementine and Charles. Thank you. Okay, my name is Julienne. I'm a student of College for America at Southern Hampshire University. I'm conducting this interview as part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use the information in the deliverable of a project called Government and You, and I'm working on for a goal called Contribute to the Society. The interview will be used to create the deliverable and submit it to College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions? Do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes, I do.
If so, please read this statement.
I, Clementine, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a student's academic work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the first question goes like this. Would you please tell me the three branches of the government?
The three branches of government are judicial, executive, and legislative.
So what does each branch do?
The executive branch is there to form laws, the judicial is there to control laws, and the legislative is there to control how those laws are being used.
Okay, thank you so much. So the first question is, in the United States, you have two party systems. So the major parties are Democratic and Republican. What is the third party?
The third party is minor party.
Okay, thank you so much. The next question, what the process by which a bill becomes the law?
A bill becomes the law when the bill has been voted by the deputy.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, Charles.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your time. So, my name is Julienne. I'm a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern Hampshire University, and I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. So, with your consent, I would record this interview and give you the information in a deliverable Government and You project, which is in the goal called Contribute to the Society. So the interview will be used to create that deliverable and submit it to College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This record will be used solely for this purpose. So the interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system to which only the evaluator and College for America staff will have access. Do you have any question? Okay, if you don't have any questions, do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes.
Okay, then, so I would like you to read this statement below so that you can I can start questioning.
I am Charles Rimbra. Give me my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of the student academic work.
Okay, thank you so much, Charles. So my first question goes like this. Would you please tell me the three branches of the United States government?
Yes. First is the legislative, second judicial, third executives.
Good. So the second one is, what does each branch do?
I don't know.
Oh, it's fine. So the third question, would you please tell me the process by which a bill becomes a law?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So as you have been saying before, so you have seen how people have different misconception about the government, the constitution of US government. So in this part, we are going to clear all the misconceptions, and we are going to be trying to answer all those questions that have been asking people in the interview and make them clear so that everyone can be able to understand the features and how the United States government constitution and how it operates. So let's start with the question which says like the three branches of the government. Here we are going to see like the three branches of the government, their roles, and then the checks and balances and how they relate to each other. So let's start with their roles, which is first of all, let's start with the first branch, which is legislative branch. This branch is made of two houses of Congress, which are the Senate and House of Representatives. So here the Americans are the ones who elect the senators and the representatives. There are 100 senators in the Senate, where two senators represent the state. Also, there are 435 representatives in the House of Representatives. The role of this branch in the government is to make laws. So let's see the executive branch. This branch is made by the president, vice president, and the members of the cabinet, made up of the heads of 15 major departments of the government. The president of the United States, who is elected by the United States citizens, is the head of executive branch in the government. He or she enforces and carries out laws made by a legislative branch. Judicial branch. This is the branch is made up by the Supreme Court, which is the head of the judicial branch, and then judges, 8 associate judges, and one chief justice. These judges are nominated by the president and confirmed by the Senate. The role of this branch is to evaluate laws through interpreting them according to the Constitution. So you have seen the role of each branch. So, however, this branch really, even though they have each of them has its responsibilities and power, but they're all connected. For instance, is the process by which a bill becomes a law. All the branches of the government intervene or involve. So first, the Congress in the legislative branch makes laws, which starts a process by as a bill, and this bill is given to the president, who is the head of the executive branch. In that case, the president may approve or vetoes the law. When he approves or signs it, the Congress can vote for it again. So when the bill is signed by the president, The bill becomes the law. Finally, the judicial branch reviews the laws approved by the president and they interpret it based on what the constitution say. So you can see how they intervene and how they rate each other. However, they all have what you call checks and balances, which means there is none of them which overtakes the power or which overrules another one. So for example, legislative branch makes laws, but the president in the executive branch can veto those laws with presidential veto. So the legislative branch makes law, but the judicial branch can declare those laws unconstitutional. The executive branch, through federal agencies, has responsibility for day-to-day enforcement and administration of federal laws. These federal departments and agencies have missions and responsibilities that vary widely, so from environment protection to protecting the nation's borders. In addition to that, the president in the executive branch can veto a law, but the legislative branch can override that veto with enough votes. Furthermore, the legislative branch has the power to approve presidential nominations, control the budget, and can impeach the president and remove him or her from office. In addition to that, the executive branch can declare executive orders which are like proclamations that carry the force of law, but the judicial branch can declare those acts unconstitutional. The judicial branch interprets laws, but the president nominates Supreme Court justice, Court of Appeals judges, and district court judges who make the evaluation. Lastly, the judicial branch interprets the law, but the Senate in the legislative branch confirms the president's nomination for a judicial position, and the Congress can impeach any of those judges and remove them from office. So you can see these are the how checks and balances among three branches of government according to Ben's guide. So let's see for this the 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 next question, which says like the which talks about the two-party system in the United States. So first of all, let's see what is two-party system. Two-party system is a system by which the two major political parties, Republic and Democratic, dominate the government. This means that all elected officials belong to one of the only two major parties. So then the third party refers to any other political party in a position by the two major ones, which are Republic and Democratic. For example, we have Libertarian Party, the Green Party, and the Constitution Party. Even though this one they don't involve in presidential nominations, they take part also in government. They have some roles. The third parties, they can raise any new issues and force these two major parties to react on them. They force them to work on them or to solve them. So which means they also take part in problem solving process. In addition to that, they also can take away the votes of one of the major political parties during election. So let's see how the bill becomes a law and the process to take. So a bill is born. That is the first process. This is the first step where a member of the Congress, it can be a senator or a representative, introduce a bill. Then here it comes a committee action. After the introduction of the bill, it goes to the committee to be examined. So the next one is the subcommittee review. After the bill is assigned to the subcommittee, where the subcommittee hold hearing to gain the views of the executive branch, experts, and other public officials and supporters and opponents of the legislation. The next step is markup. In this step, the subcommittee may make revisions and additions before referring to the full committee. So the next one is the committee action to report a bill. So this is when there is a vote by the full committee on the recommendation to the House or Senate. Next is voting. So the committee votes to accept or reject the changes made in the markup section, the previous section. Another one is referred to the other chamber. In this step, through committee and floor action, this chamber may approve the bill as received, reject it, ignore it, or change it. So next one is conference committee action. Conference committee action, this is when the conference committee is formed to reconcile the differences between the House and Senate versions. If they reach to an agreement, a conference report is prepared describing the committee members' recommendation for changes. Both the House and the Senate must approve the conference reports. So the final action is that the Congress has approved the bill, and as a bill is sent to the President, when it is signed, it becomes a law. The last one is overriding a veto. If the President vetoes a bill, Congress may attempt to override the veto. If both the Senate and House pass the bill by third parties majority, the President's veto is overruled and the bill becomes a law. So this is the whole process that it takes to a bill to be a law. So thank you for watching. I hope I've made myself clear for all those questions regarding the constitution of the government. I've removed all the misconceptions. So if you have any question, any concern, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you so much.